Alright, here we are in the finals. Again, I still can't, we're going to be playing first, run the roll. Still can't show replays because my thing somehow is bugged out. I'm going to keep this hand. Not amazing since I don't have a Bloodthirst enabler. Hopefully I'll draw one. I'll probably end up ramping and growthing before driving Berserker. Driving Berserker for 1-1, just kind of crappy. Cannot mulligan this. Since I can't replay, I again have no idea what my opponent is playing, which kind of sucks since I'm so used to scouting. And I just can't do that here. I guess looks like my opponent is being slow. Since I don't know how to edit videos very well yet, I am not going to pause the video and then restart it, but I'm just going to keep it going. Hopefully he will show up. Yeah, so I mean, I guess I could... I guess I have no idea what to talk about. I was trying to think if there was any ideas about my deck that I could talk about, but honestly, this is kind of a red-green deck that I don't like very much, and I'm surprised to be in the finals. The guy played last round. I think my deck maybe matched up pretty well against him since it was very difficult for him to handle Cudgel Troll. Obviously, he might have had Doomblades or something. I couldn't scout, so I have no idea if he did or not, but he didn't draw them in the match versus me, so Cudgel Troll just kind of wrecked him since I drew it both games. The blue-white deck in the first round I was pretty scared of, considering that the deck has very little removal, and I guess Cyborg and Deathmarks is pretty decent for dealing with Lockkeepers, but other than that, it's trouble for me. Here he just hit something. There he goes. He's here. Okay. Start with force and pass. Captain Sheridan. See I mean, we're just going to be rampant growth here. That is nice. Probably want to be dropping this guy for like a 3-3. Just because of Sword's Thirst. Trying to debate what we want to growth out. Or we're just going to growth out another mountain, I think. That's better. I mean, we could just go for it. Like, if he doesn't drop another swamp, he did drop a swamp. We know there's, like, I drafted one Sword's Thirst. I did pass one kind of late. So I know there's a bunch in the draft. So it could be kind of risky to drop Hydra for just a 2-2. Like, I really think he'd get thirsted. I didn't see any Doomblades, like, slip past me. Obviously, I would have taken them and been splashing them. The only problem here is... this is really debatable. I mean, like, if I'm not... If I do drop it as a 2-2 and he doesn't have Sorin's Thirst, like... I'm really going to town on him. If he does have Sorin's Thirst, I am put kind of far behind. Like, I don't really like getting rid of such a powerful card that early. So he really has to have Sorin's Thirst. I mean, him leading with Dusk Hunter Bat probably means that he's got a Vampire, and that's probably going to be his next play. So maybe just actually Berserker, Goblin War Pain at swing. Start the damage is better, but like... he might actually just not Sorin's Thirst, and then trade with Vampire? I don't know. I'm going to go for Hydra here. Like, my hand's not doing anything if I don't go for Hydra. Him Sorin's Thirsting, like, at least makes it so he's not really putting any more threats on the board next turn. And again, I'm not, like, my hand's not doing anything. Like, I guess if I draw a spell, doing something next turn. If I draw a land, he'd be 3-3, but... I mean, there's a lot of Incinerates in this draft, too, and Shock, so obviously I think my thing's dying very soon. Yeah, maybe that was bad, but since he's playing red, I mean, I'm thinking Incinerate's a high possibility here, too. This is kind of not... like, this is a great next turn for me. I'm probably going to be facing Minotaurs. this following turn. Like, this was a great draw in terms of making my deck do something, which means that maybe I could have held back on that. Maybe I should have suspected he could have been red here. Since I already killed a black player, and I've had black, so black. There's the vampire, as expected. I'm not going to run Minotaur yet. I mean, I think this is a pretty easy, just ping him. Stormblood Berserker, Warpaint it, swing for the fences. I'm taking 5 back, but Chandra's outraging Fireball. It's hard for him to block this guy. I'll gladly take 5 back. Like, if he has Doomblade, he's got Doomblade, so that sucks, but this guy represents a pretty fast clock. I mean, just not attacking is terrible. Like, because if he has Doomblades, like, I just didn't deal 5 damage, and he's gonna die anyway. Next turn, Outrage is probably gonna be held up, hitting Vampire. Especially if he holds Vampire back to try and block. So something like Berserker, Vampire. They might even have another Vampire coming out here. Like, yeah, I'd expect to see maybe double Vampires to try and trade with my Warpaint Berserker. Now it's just a question of, yeah, do I just let him double block? Like, or do I hit him? Like, if I Chandra's Outrage this guy, he can't block. He's going to sack it. He's going to go to 11, 10. I think I just kill both. Like, I'm really expecting a double block here. Like, I think I just want to swing in. He blocks. I outrage it. Like, he has to double block if he's playing it the way he's playing it. This definitely means he doesn't have a Doomblade in his hand. Oh wow, he didn't even sack it to the Swarm, so he actually took extra damage. First thing I'll hold back just in case he was something weird, like a Lightning Elemental. I would not expect a Lightning Elemental out of his hand, like he's going to have Land Elemental. He's got at least 5 spells in hand. Mountain Gorehorn Minotaur would not be out of the question here. That's fine. It's interesting, like, if I drop Goblin Piker here, I really open myself to a Mind Rot. Of course, if he does tap out to Mind Rot next turn, he's losing 2 creatures, and he's kind of getting screwed, so he's